Hi guys, it's Amy with Name to Plan, and today I'm doing a little bit of a different video where I'm going to be already setting up my holiday planner for 2021. So what we're going to be doing is switching over to my laptop, and what we're going to be doing is actually setting up my like the beginnings of my holiday planner. Actually, this video will include a little snippet from when Sophia was helping me set up this holiday planner. She wanted to put together some pieces in the holiday planner, and I will have that at the very end if you're interested in kind of sticking around and watching what she did. But what we're going to do today is start off with finding a cover for my holiday planner. Now, let me go ahead and start off at, I guess, the very beginning. When I put together my holiday planner every year, one of the things that I guess I kind of nerd out about is making sure that the things that we do thematically, or like what we do from October through January, is all kind of thematically related. And so this holiday planner actually covers several holidays and events. So the first big one is going to be Halloween. Then there's obviously Thanksgiving. Christmas is a big one for us. And then we also have in January two birthdays, the big one being Sophia's birthday, which is January 5th. And so I like to have this holiday planner kind of span that entire time of the end of October all the way through the beginning of January. And so, as I mentioned, like one of the things that I like to do is have the planner, as well as all of the decor and decorative elements for my house be kind of related to each other. It doesn't have to be exactly the same thing, but I want it to be kind of related. And so we sat down in I guess it was July, Sophia and we ended up like watching a bunch of Christmas in July videos. And Sophia has already started talking to me about her birthday. But one of the things that she decided to mention to me, and highly encouraged me to do, is use the theme of rainbows and unicorns for our theme this year. And so I'm on board with it. We'll see how this goes. But it's going to be a very rainbow unicorn oriented Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, and we'll kind of play. It'll be a little bit loose for some of those holidays, but mostly we're gonna gear towards Christmas and her birthday being very rainbows and unicorns oriented. So what that means is we're going to start off at the very beginning with creating the cover. And again, if you're interested, you can see Sophia kind of put this together already with a cover that I already had. It is a rainbow cover. Sorry, it's a unicorn cover with some rainbow kind of theming. But what I wanted to do was go ahead and keep in line with what I also like to do, which is have a consistent memory book for her for 2021. And so what I created for her in 2021 at the beginning was a My Little Pony cover. I'll insert a picture of what it looks like here. But one of the things that I would like to do is kind of carry that theme even to this holiday planner, so that way we have rainbows, unicorns, and My Little Pony. Maybe that's too much of a stretch. You guys can just let me know if I'm just being way too extra with it. But that's kind of my intention, is to try to combine those three things: rainbows, unicorns, My Little Pony, and we'll just see how it kind of plays out for the holiday season. So all that being said, the backstory over, I have here a place where I start with all of my like design hunts. And that's Google. One of the things I like to do is create DIY covers. And so that's what we're going to do in this video, is just kind of set up like the outside of the planner. And so I'm at Google, on google.com. And one of the things that I like to do is when I search for DIY covers, I really like to look for large enough images that they will not be like super low quality when I print it out. Okay, and so the thing that I always like, my tip for searching for DIY cover ideas is always to search for wallpaper. All right, so we're gonna search for wallpaper, and I'm actually gonna put in here My Little Pony Christmas. So it's My Little Pony Christmas wallpaper. I'm going to go to images, and then you can see here are the pictures that kind of come up. Like this one is super cute. I really love that one. So that's an option, right? So that's cute, but I don't like that the word, like one of the things that I'll be doing is kind of splitting the picture in half like this. And so you don't want the Mary to be on one side and the Christmas to be on the other side. Right, this one's kind of cute, but like it's a little bit darker than I'm wanting. Let me just look at some of these other ones. Oh, that's cute. All right, these photos are super cute. right? That's cute, but like rarity again would be cut in half, which you don't want. I'm trying to see if I can find something like super cute. This might be a very short video if I can't find anything. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I don't love any of these. This is probably, oh wait, let's look over here. I clicked that one and I see this one. This one's actually kind of cute. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this website. This is a fan pop. All right, again, caveat. I'm gonna just throw off this caveat. This is for personal use only. I'm only doing this for my personal use. It's our holiday planner. I'm not selling this. I'm just kind of like showing you how I do it. But this is the image. I think this would work actually. So we split it kind of in half like this. And what you're gonna do is like use one side for the front cover and one side for the back cover. So I think this would work. But this picture is actually kind of small. So let me see. I feel like maybe there's a way to download. I'm gonna go back. Maybe there's a way to download a larger photo. So let's see. Look at this one, so beautiful. I love that one. I'm a huge Fluttershy fan. Twilight's my favorite, but Fluttershy's also very awesome. Okay, this might be it. Like maybe, hmm. That photo is just a little bit too small. Like if it were at the, like a larger resolution, then it would work better, but that's a little bit too small, I think. The one that came up at least. Right. I'm gonna pause and see if I can find that in a higher resolution. So some of this just takes a little bit of search. All right, I'm gonna still use it just because we can't be fighting with it forever. Then what I'm gonna do is go to Word. Okay, then what I am going to do is go to Word. All right, I went ahead and opened it up, and hopefully you can see this. What I'm going to do is I copied the image, like Control C, and then I'm going to Control V and copy it over here. Now, the very first thing I do is right click and wrap text so that way it's in front of the text. One of the reasons I do that is just because you can adjust the size a little bit easier, and you can like kind of shift it and it'll come out of the border, and it just makes it a little bit easier to like adjust the spacing and move the picture around. So I like to do that first. All right, so I've got this picture. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move down just a tiny bit so you can see this. I'm going to go to picture format, and one of the things that I do know with like a classic size cover is that the image of the picture for the cover should be at the height of 9.75 inches, right? And so I'm going to go ahead and type that in here, and it's going to give me this image. You know what? That's probably the wrong one. Let me. This is the height. Okay, so 9.75. I was looking at that and that did not look right. Okay, so you can see here. I don't know if you can actually see it. Let me change it just a tiny bit so you can kind of see this. View one page. And so now what you can see is that the picture kind of fills up most of the page, and that's kind of what you're looking for, especially in Word. Okay, now I've got, you can see here, basically one side of the cover. Okay, and so I'll trim it down and kind of like play with like how much of a width I'll be able to use from this photo, but it should be fairly close to like right down the middle. Then what I do is just copy the image that I've like kind of already formatted and put at the right size. I'm gonna hit Control C or whatever copy option you have. I'm gonna scroll down. You can do a page break too, but I just scroll down like this. And then I'm going to paste that picture again, the one that I just kind of like adjusted the size and things like that. And here it is again. Now again, this is one of the reasons why if you wrap the text, it will be a lot easier for you, because now what I can do is just kind of shift it over and I can get the second half of this image. All right, at this point, we are good to go. So you know what to do at this point. We're gonna be printing this out. All right, see you back on the overhead video. Okay, so I am done printing it out. You can see that the photos, I don't know if you can actually tell actually, but because I enlarged the photo so much, the pixelation is pretty bad here. So it's not, super great quality in terms of a photo, but I think it's perfect for what I'm doing here. And so again, just keep in mind, the larger the resolution, the bigger the the picture is that you find, the better the quality will be when you print it out. So this is what I've got. Again, these are the 2 pages that I printed out, and you can kind of see it matches up right here. There's enough space here where the tree kind of doubles up on both sides, although some of that will probably be trimmed down. Now, I mentioned that I like to size it at 9.75 for both of these images, just because I like to be able to cut down and trim and kind of be able to kind of frame it the way that I'd like to. I'm going to go ahead and show you the original cover. This is the cover for 2021 that I did earlier in the year, and this is super cute. I did the exact same kind of idea here where the photo is cut in half, and actually my daughter is a fan of Applejack, and so she wanted Applejack to be on the front. And so this is actually the image you can kind of see right here where it overlaps. So there's a little bit of overlap that occurs when you use like a larger landscape photo, like a wallpaper. And so that's what it looks like. This is from Suikuzo at DeviantArt, by the way, if you want to find this photo. I've had a lot of people comment on this My Little Pony cover. So that's where I found it, and I just kind of like, again, enlarged it just like using the same system that I did here. And that was it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is actually I need one of those covers. I told you 9.75 again, like so I can like have some error space to trim around. But now I'm realizing I should have told you 9.5 because I will be trimming a lot more extra than I thought initially. So what you want to do is be able to take a cover and kind of measure it to where it lines up just with the photo, not with the lamination, but with the photo. And so I'm going to be cutting off, it looks like maybe like half an inch even. So that was just wrong numbering. I'll correct the video just to make sure that you're aware that it's going to be 9.5, and that would be a better option. I actually don't have a larger ruler, but let's take a look. My little small ruler that I use. All right, this is 6, and then 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I would say like just a little less than 9.5. So if you did 9.5, you would not have to trim quite as much. So either way, it doesn't really matter to me. What I'm going to be doing now is trimming I'll be cutting it out. So what I want to be able to do is take this cover and kind of figure out which sides I want to cut off. So again, I want the width to be the same as a normal Happy Planner cover. And so what I do is just kind of place it right on top and like basically just make sure that I'm not cutting off like any part of the image that I want to keep. And actually I didn't want to cut her off, Applejack's scarf. So I'm going to be cutting from this side. Okay, so what I'll do here is kind of start, and I have to do it like right in between the discs, like the mushroom holes, and I'm drawing like these little dots like right where the image ends. Hopefully you can see that, but it's like I'm just basically drawing a line all the way down, right? And then I'm using a pencil to do that, so I don't think you will be able to even see it, but like it's like a very faint like little pencil mark, and it's all the way up. And then what I'll do is just use a straight edge to kind of like connect that line all together, and that will be one side of the picture. All right, and so this line I do try to make a little bit darker so I can see when I cut, so hopefully you can see that and how that shows up. So now when I place the photo or the cover on here, it's going to be kind of hard to tell unless you like offset it a little bit, but like the line here runs straight down, and then it obviously is going to be this side, which I can't see because it should line up perfectly. All right, and so that's what it looks like. Now I do the top and the bottom. And what I'm thinking would be the easiest is to basically cut off. I'm thinking I'm just going to cut off straight from the bottom. So some of the photos and like Fluttershy shoes might be missing, but I don't want to like have to cut from both ends. And so again, I do the same thing. This side, because I don't have the disc punch, is going to be a little bit more difficult. And so what I do is, again, line it up at the top. Hopefully you can see all this. And then what I do is just kind of eyeball where it should come out. And again, I'm just drawing an imaginary line from like the paper here and just kind of like drawing a line from here and from here. Okay, then again, straight edge. There we go. So I have two sides that are drawn out, and then I'll just cut along this side. Now, one thing that's right here is this white. I have no idea if it will be correct. My line, if I don't have a line. So I am going to draw a line up here to just kind of carry that through. So I'll know where to cut for that cloud and not have it be crooked there. So far with this project, I've used my home printer, and I have used a pencil and a ruler and a straight edge. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing for this side. Again, following the same system here, just making sure I don't delete any part of the image that I don't want to lose. Yeah, but I'll speed through this part. Okay, so I am done, and now I'm just gonna trim out. Now, is this perfect? No, not at all. It will not be perfect, but it is homemade with love, and that's what I kind of label it as. I'm gonna trim it out first, but one of the things that I'll do after I finish cutting it out is use my corner rounder to kind of round out the edges. I don't necessarily need to do this for the paper part of it, but if you want the kind of like finished look, you want both the paper and the lamination to have that corner rounding, you'll want to do it for both. If you don't have a corner rounder, you can just kind of eyeball it with a pair of scissors, or you can just use the edge of the lamination and trace the corner and then just cut it. I'll show you what that looks like right here for one. So you just use this corner right here. Line it up in that corner. I'm using the lamination, the laminated part of it. So just line it up in the corner. You offset it just the tiniest bit, not quite that much probably. Just line it up just and offset it just a little bit, and then just draw that little corner, and then you have a nice line to be able to cut out. All right, so let me fast forward through the rest of this, of me just trimming it out, and I will go ahead and corner round it as well. Okay, I am all done now, and I'm actually going to grab an eraser and my cover again that I've been using kind of as my model. I'm going to erase these lines. I don't know if I see any, but there's like potentially some like pencil marks, and so I just like to run the edge of my eraser all the way around. And I might have to go back in and trim a little bit more. So anyway, I just like to run the eraser all the way around just in case there are any stray pencil marks from like, again, this is not like exact. So I do that all the way around, mostly on the edges where I drew the line. I mean, obviously that's the only side I had the pencil mark on. I know for this one it was just these two sides right here. Okay, so that is done. All right, and now what I like to do is always just like double check before I laminate. And so again, here's my cover. I like to place the paper right on top and just double check that it's at the right size, and that looks pretty good. This is actually, I use a different corner rounder, I think, and so this corner is a little bit different, but the size itself is good. All right, and then same for this side, and then I like to measure them together. Like this is the measure twice, cut once kind of mentality, right? All right, and so that's what it looks like, and then this is what it's going to be like when I set them like that. Right, again, my daughter is a fan of Applejack, so Applejack will be in the front, I think, and then this will be the back cover. Now, because I'm doing this as like kind of a DIY, I don't do anything on the back, but certainly you can like add another image and just print it out again, double-sided, so that we have a different image, but I just leave it like that, and I'll show you what she does is just kind of decorate the inside of it with random freebies that the Happy Planner gave to me from Happy Planner orders. So that is it. Now, I need to laminate. I'm going to show you the pouches that I use, and I have a laminating machine that can do 10 mil. 10 mil and 10 mil laminating pouches are like the same thickness as the Happy Planner, and so that is what I do suggest for you. If you don't have a 10 mil laminator or 10 mil laminating sheets, my recommendation is to take these sheets now that you're complete, like you've set it up and you've got it done. You can take it to a copy shop, like your local office supply store, and they can actually laminate it for you for very cheap, in 10 mil. So if you do that, let me know. I actually tried that a couple of times and it didn't work out quite as I wanted to because I was using vellum. But I have not actually ever tried it with like regular copy paper or cardstock. And so if you do that, just let me know. I would love to be able to like update this video and or like leave a comment talking about whether someone did that and that worked for them. You can take it to a copy shop though and have them laminate it for you at 10 mil. So just in case that was something that you're interested in. I also know the other tip is if you have a 5 mil laminator, you can actually laminate it once and then send it through with the laminated 5 mil and then just add a second pouch to it and run through again. But sometimes just be wary and just be okay with like maybe like taking on the risk of like breaking the machine because it's just too thick for you to run through. But if you use 5 mil, I think that's totally fine too. Like it's a little bit more flexible, but not like so bad that you can't use it. And the other recommendation I didn't mention at this at the very beginning, but is I printed this out on cardstock. So this is 65-pound cardstock. So it is a little bit thicker than just regular copy paper. So what I do is stick it in my pouch. Because these are covers, I do try to line it up so that way I don't have to cut quite so much. But I do like to leave a nice generous edge all the way around. And so you can see here, it's about, you know, like maybe a little bit more than 1/4 inch. Like I have no idea. I should really measure this and like be more precise here. Yeah, so it's about 1/4 inch. And I'm gonna fix it so that way it is 1/4 inch all the way around, or at least on these two sides. And then I will cut it at 1/4 inch for the other two sides. So this is just me kind of like trying to be a little bit more precise. I don't worry so much about like making it look exact with a, you know, a DIY, but you know, it's nice to, if I have the time, if I have the patience to do it right. Okay, so this is a 1/4 inch right there, good. And then I'm just measuring down here, that's 1/4 inch, and that's 1/4 inch. Okay, great. That's one side, and then I'll put the other one into its pouch, and then we're gonna run it through the machine. Okay, my poor laminator is on its last legs. You can see here, like it didn't even, that's not a great seal. So I'm gonna leave my laminator on so that way I can like reseal it. But I did wanna at least like finish this out in terms of cutting it. And then I'm gonna run it through the laminator maybe 1 or 2 more times. So that way we can get a tight seal all the way around here. And it should be fine since a good portion of it is already sealed. All right, so I'm double checking these edges. And that is 1/4 inch, which is perfect. I don't actually know what the edging should be. I think it's actually closer to like a quarter of an inch on the Happy Planner cover. But as long as the two covers that I'm using are the same, then I'm fine with it being a little bit different. All right, so then I'm taking my Sharpie, and what I'm gonna do is measure from the paper and mark out, if I can get my marker to work, measure out 1/4 inch all the way around on the two sides that I need to trim, right? And I'm gonna put enough marks so that way I can kind of draw a straight edge that will be correct and be straight and align with the paper that's already in here. You don't have to do quite so many lines, but I like to try to do at least like 5 or 6. Sometimes the Sharpie just kind of like gives up on the lamination. Okay, so that's the first side. Just doing, again, measuring from the paper out. I'm doing a 1/4 inch. As long as you stay consistent, I don't think it really matters how much padding you give yourself for the laminated section. Okay, and then what we'll do is draw the line. I'm actually going to use this folder just because it's one single line. Okay, so there we go. And then I will do the other one a little bit sped up so that way you don't have to sit and watch all of this. I've done the corner rounder, and now I need to clean it up just a little bit. So how I clean this up is basically use a paper towel and hand sanitizer. You can obviously use just like alcohol wipes, but I just use a little bit of hand sanitizer. It has enough alcohol in there. First of all, I like to wipe off the cover that I use as a guide. There was really not that much on there. But you can see here there's like all these little Sharpie lines, and I will wipe that off with the hand sanitizer. I feel like this year everyone has hand sanitizer like everywhere. So use what you have lying around, right? And you can see it just comes right off. I'm trying to like make certain it's coming off. Okay, so let me just use a little bit more. I did not do a great job of like cutting a little bit inside the edge, so there's a lot this time around. Normally I try to like reduce the amount of wiping I'm doing, but either way it works just fine, right? And so you have cleaned that up. So use the Sharpie. Don't be worried about using the Sharpie. It will clean right up. All right, so now I'm actually trying to clean off the hand sanitizer off the cover. This is now very, very clean. Okay, so that is what it looks like. It is done. I just need to punch, and then we will be finished with the covers, and we'll put it onto the planner. So to punch, I went ahead and pulled out my favorite punch. This is the Crocodile Power Punch. It punches the mushroom shape for you, and it's the same depth as the Happy Planner punch. Like the stem of it is the same depth, so I think this works out well for punching. I do not recommend using the Happy Planner, like the actual planner punch, like this, because this isn't only meant for 3 sheets. And these covers are, at least in thickness, a lot more than the 3 sheets maximum. So I do not recommend that. And then what I do is, for the purposes of doing this, I'm actually going to use, maybe I should use, because I'm looking at this, I'm wondering what I used here. I think I might have used the arc punch. Maybe I should do the same thing here. No, I didn't use it. Okay, so for the purposes of like, just, I gotta make sure I'm punching the right thing right here. Okay, so this is the front, all right? And so I'm gonna punch. This is like very, very different in terms of like the width here. I definitely cut it a lot shorter. And I want it to be where the photo, I'm not worried so much about the lamination, but I want the paper image on the inside to be kind of in the same spot. So then I use 2 like gym clips to kind of clip it in place. I try not to worry so much about like maybe making a mistake and punching off the punch. But we gotta punch the first one, and you need at least something to guide you. Okay, so let's get this in here. I'm gonna do something. Again, don't worry about using the Sharpie. I need a line here. Well, hello. No ink available. Okay, so I'm gonna draw a line out from this cover. Again, you can wipe that right off with hand sanitizer. And I'm going to be able to line up that line with the line here on the crocodile. Hopefully you can see that line. I'm going to do the first punch, all right? And then just keep lining it up and punching all the way down. So I did that. Let's go ahead and see if it will sit on discs. So this is the original. This actually fits quite nicely and it flips well. Okay, so I want to be able to check that this one does the same thing, that it flips well. And it's a little bit tight, so there's potentially like the punch alignment might be a little bit off. Like the way that I did it might have been a little bit off. It looks like it's this one right here. So I'm going to fix this one. Again, I'm not worried about it being perfect. I just need it to be, you know, something for my daughter. So I'm going to repunch that one. It has a little bit of a larger mushroom, you can see there, but again, it gets the job done. All right, that flips a lot better. You'll notice, I think you can tell here, right? So this punch, it has so much more picture, and then as I get down, it gets to be less and less and less, right? So it's crooked, but I'm okay with that. All right, let's go back. I'm sorry for all the noise too, and do the second one. Again, like I had just double checked that you're punching it on the right side. So this one is the back cover, which means that I need to punch the holes on this side, so it's the back cover. I will lay this on top, the paper itself, not the laminated part. Gem clip it into place, and I still have my mark there, so I'm gonna get in here and punch that first line and move all the way down. Okay, and again, testing it on the planner to see if that works. Obviously this one has been punched multiple times, so it's very loose now, right? And then again, this is the back cover, so let's see if this works as a back cover. Oops. That actually works very nicely. It's a little bit tight. Again, the alignment is a little bit off probably, but I'm actually totally fine with it. Okay, so we're gonna take that, leave it here. Last step is just to put it on the planner. So again, I mentioned this at the very, very beginning of this very, very long video, but Sophia set this planner up for herself. And if you're interested in watching to the end, I'll insert like where she did this for herself. She loves to be on YouTube and will talk you through how she sets this up, and like she's pretty funny, I think. She is 4, so let's, you know, consider that when we watch the video. But I was planning to use this cover for her 2021 holiday planner, but I'm actually saving this for 2022 for her memory book, and so this will be moved to her 2022 memory book and be replaced with these covers. So I'm just going to put them on here. She selected these rainbow discs herself. You'll see this in the video, and so now I'm just adding these covers on there. I will leave the unicorn cover on there for right now just because it's a little unstable with just the few items that we have in here, but that's the setup. Front cover, back cover. I thought for sure I had like done that, but Pinkie Pie is supposed to be upside down. Okay, and that's what it looks like. Step 1, talking about my theme and developing these covers. is done, and we will be moving into setting up the rest of this holiday planner in some additional videos. So I hope you stick around to watch those, okay? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel and stay tuned. Watch Sophea's section. And then after that, move on to the next video. All right, until the next one. Bye, guys. Start, okay?
Okay. Hello, everyone. So I know we haven't done planner videos in a long time, but here we are again. Let's get started. Stop talking. So like I said, we haven't done plan, so hit the bell, and that's it. So let's get started. First, we're going to put the disc on. One. This is kind of hard. This is kind of harder than I thought. So let back Amy explain now.
We're gonna put the disc on to the cover. That way you can put your paper in. I have an idea before you keep going. Do you want to put the disc with the colors?
Oh, yeah.
See, this one is a good color. Why don't we move this one? Where should this blue one go? Or this kind of turquoise one?
Mommy, this is red.
Oh, okay. Yes, you're right. You're right. Okay. So let's take a look and see what we've got.
So, guys, here's the red. This is harder than I thought.
But you can do it, right?
Yeah.
You can do it as long as you pay attention, right?
Long as y'all pay attention. Here's my orange.
What's next?
Yellow. What's next? Green. What's next?
Is it this one or this one? Look, which one goes better? Tell me. What do you think? Which one goes better there?
This one.
This one for this one or this one?
This one.
Oh no, we're going to need another blue one. It's not going to be perfect. Okay, now put this one.
Where? Okay. It's not going to be perfect, guys. Wait. I did the wrong one.
Oh, okay. Take it off. I think maybe use dark purple. Even though it's kind of blue, I think use dark purple right there. The darker pastel purple. Okay?
Red purple.
Oops.
I can't put it in.
In that color or this color? I think that one's pretty. You want that one? Okay, so we did one side, then what do you do?
Do the other side and snap it on. So guys, we're doing this on YouTube again. So YouTube videos we have done a long time ago, but not anymore. So we're doing it on YouTube this time.
Yeah, we're just trying to get started again, right?
Yeah, we're getting started again. It's like we were on other video. So yay! We did it, guys. Look! Our planner. So guys, I think this one is not that good, but it's okay. So let's go ahead and put the planner paper. Let's go ahead and punch it. Use the black one.
So we have regular paper, but I need to cut it so that way it's classic size, right?
Yes. So I'm going to talk to y'all while Mom gets the puncher and punch it. So what about my planner? We have news in it after my My Little Pony one. So now we're remaking it into a split one. So I don't have to change my Little Pony. So here's the unicorn, yay! And here's what the inside looks like.
What are we putting in there? Tell me.
paper. So if you like paper, then we're going to put some paper in it. We already know y'all love paper. You're going to cut this in 9 corners.
9 1/4.
9 1/4.
Okay, I'm almost done, and then we're gonna punch. Okay.
Yes, and then we're going to punch. So we got these discs left over. Some discs left over for butterscotch. So, and then this purple to blue. It's okay because we don't have a dark blue. So here's what the outside looks like. It's unicorn with flowers on the side, and some ears and unicorn horn, and some eyelashes, and some marks on the tree, and some eyes and eyelashes, and eyelashes and pattern again, and cheeks.
Okay. Mom did it off camera, but I cut it down to 7 and 9 1/4. A corner or quarter?
Quarter.
Quarter. Okay. And now we get to punch.
Get to punch. I said use the black one.
Let's just use this one.
No, black one.
It's okay. This one works. You want to use the black one? Okay. Okay. So now we get to punch.
So now we get a punch.
Yeah, Mom's using the arc punch, all right? But
Yeah.
I will let you punch it, okay? The only thing that Mom had to do for you was cut it. And now I'm going to move it.
What's that?
I've already made a mark so that way it's the classic size paper right there. But I let you punch it because you love to punch with this one, right?
Yes, I really do.
So I'll put it in there for you and you can punch.
Is this how you do it?
Mm-hmm. Did you punch all the way? You
Oh.
did. Okay, you did. And put it to the side. Did you punch all the way? You gotta make sure you push all the way down, okay?
Put that to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Mom did it off camera, but you really want to do it, and her table's messy. So
Yeah, I told them it's because sometimes we do craft projects and there's just a lot on the table, right?
yeah, like painting and art, coloring and planner.
And so why are we putting together this unicorn planner?
Cause I want to write for the Disney cruise.
Yeah, you want to have like a little handwriting and art notebook for the Disney cruise, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're done. That's perfect. Okay, so Mom will put this back, lock it up, and then we gotta put the paper back.
We're going to put the paper. So, I'm sorry, Mommy been talking y'all too much. You want it, and remember, I'm the guards.
What does I'm the guards mean?
I am the leader.
Oh, okay. Yep. You have to make sure you hold the paper straight.
So, I know this looks kind of weird, but we're gonna put some more.
I will help you. I'll just hold it straight then.
So guys, as we know, we're going if y'all want to see our videos back on YouTube, you gotta hit the bell. So, there's 2 subscribers that didn't subscribe.
Oh, no.
When that one runs out, we could do another one. Or is this a normal one?
It's no more, baby.
That runs so long.
So, Sophia, you're doing it one sheet at a time. Do you have to do one at a time, or can you do more than one at a time?
I could do more than one at a time.
Okay. So you think now that we've done all the red one at a time, we can go a little bit faster and do like all the orange colors at one time?
Yes. Oh, I put the glue up. Ah! I picked some yellow up. I didn't get all of those, did I? Oh,
No.
yeah, I did.
You gotta make sure they're stacked up nice and neat before you can put it on the discs, okay? Stack it up. Knock it on the table so you can stack it up nice. There you go. Here, do you need Mom to help you?
Yes.
Here. Hold on. There we go.
Okay.
Oops, we missed.
Breezy.
Easy breezy.
We didn't know how easy it was, but here it is. So now we're going to do yellow one at a time.
Okay.
Here we are! Yay! We're almost at the end! Yay! I'm just kidding.
Can Mom do all the rest of it?
No.
Because I bet I can be so talented and do all of them at one time.
No.
No?
I can't.
Okay, good. I'm turning the color so that way the green can go in the order of your discs, okay?
We're almost to the end. Yay! We're not. I'm just kidding. Why am I doing that so much? Green. We're almost at the end. Blue.
Let's do blue next because purple is at the end on your disc, you see? So let Mom flip it upside down and you can do blue next.
But there's one purple.
It's okay. So it's going to be green and then blue and then purple at the end. And sometimes Mom doesn't have like pink. I don't have pink paper, so we don't have pink, okay? You have all the other colors.
Mommy, I'm gonna be right back, okay?
Where are you going?
I'm gonna get something.
You're in the middle of a project, though.
No, I mean when we're done with the project. Hello, guys. I'm sorry, but I ran off. But at the very end, we're going to put this. Actually, we're going to put this in the very back. So. Guys, so let's see what it's like. So this is what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like with these dots. Okay, guys. So this will look pretty a lot. Like and subscribe, hit the bell and like. Bye. Now we're doing this on YouTube again. So bye.
You did a great job, Sophia.
Did it ran out?
No, it was perfect.